Welcome everyone to our new set.
I am Tess Protesto.
And I'm Paul Richards.
First time that you guys are seeing this space and the space that we were in for the pre-show. So welcome to our brand new studio.
Yeah, this is our brand new set here. This is our back to basics set, so where we can put the product down, give you guys a good look at what we can do with our products and kind of do some basic stuff that is really powerful and awesome.
Absolutely. Today we're going to be talking about something that we haven't talked about yet on Back to Basics, which is streaming directly to Facebook from the PTZOptics cameras.
Yeah, so you may not know, but you can actually stream directly to Facebook or YouTube with a PTZOptics camera, and today we're going to cover how to do that with Facebook. So I have my computer here, and I'm going to take us through this, and I have a little, you can actually, one of the cool things we're doing is I'm connecting via NDI. Oh, do you have my Ethernet club? Oh, it's already in. Directly to our broadcast PC from this PC. So one of the cool things is you guys will actually be able to see my screen and everything that I'm doing here. It's going to be really fun. So let's go ahead and go to our slide presentation area and remove our lower third and show you guys exactly how you can live stream to Facebook. The first thing you're going to want to do is plug your camera into the network port. So once your camera is plugged into the network, if it's an SDI model, it already has PoE, so it may already be powered over Ethernet. So this camera right here, let's say it's plugged into the network. Actually, on the fly, if I can walk over to this camera over here, it's a little bit of a mess, but actually you don't have to. I'll grab it over here. So basically, I've got, right here I have a camera that...
How are you going to be able to see that?
I'll show it right here.
Oh, you're just on the mic.
This is a Rode mic, and this actually microphone is a great way to plug in audio into the line-in of the PTZOptics camera. So clearly we have video, but we also can do audio as well. So I'm going to plug a Rode mic into the line-in of the camera, and that's going to give us our audio.
Looks good.
And so we're going to have audio and video streaming directly to Facebook. So that's what I'm going to show you today. If you guys are part of our Facebook group, don't forget to like our Facebook page. We'll show you how to go ahead and get onto Facebook, get your stream key, and then stream directly from the cameras.
So we were kind of covering this yesterday. What are some reasons that people are going to want to do this?
Yeah, so many people don't know that you can live stream directly to Facebook groups, which we've talked about on our Stream Geeks channel, where that can be a place where you can host semi-private live streams on Facebook just to the people who you've invited to your group. But, of course, you can also stream directly to your Facebook page and boost that out to thousands of people who like your page as well.
So this might be for like a stationary streaming area that you just like to plug in and go. Already have your stream key set to your specific Facebook page and just stream as soon as you turn the camera on?
Well, exactly, and that's one of the great things that we're going to show today is that once we put the Facebook information, whether it's for your page or for your group, onto the camera, it will automatically stream to that location every time the camera turns on. So if you're the tech guy for your organization or you're the person in charge of setting up a live stream, you can put this camera on your network, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Put the Facebook URL in, or this could be YouTube as well, into the camera, reboot the camera so it's all saved, turn the camera off, send it anywhere in the world, plug it into the internet, turn it on, and it's going to start streaming directly to whether it's your Facebook, YouTube, or Facebook group automatically. So it really can simplify things. For example, let's say you want to live stream a parade or a wedding or a funeral, and you just want to have a single camera. You can give somebody a camera and a joystick. They plug it into the internet, and literally it's live streaming. You could take the secondary video output, maybe HDMI, and plug it into a local confidence monitor so the person who's operating the joystick can see what they're doing with zero latency. Because you know how Facebook and sometimes YouTube have a little bit of latency.
Right. This is great for volunteer situations, maybe at a church or nonprofit who might not know what a stream key is. Just tell them to go and turn the camera on, and it will automatically go live to Facebook. It doesn't get much easier than that.
Yeah. So it's simple, it's easy, and it really is 1080p audio and video. So we're going to show that right now. So as you can see here, I've got our Facebook. This is our Facebook user group.
I just love
Facebook.com
looking at it now.
/groups/PTZOptics pals. So this is where we're going to take you today to look at how to set up a live stream. So
This is where we're going to be streaming to?
well, we're going to stream. Yeah, we're
right.
going to do a live stream.
So there's going to be a secondary live stream to our user group. If you're not a member yet, I will approve you live if you want access to that secondary stream.
So when we click live video, and I'm going to do this again just so everyone can see that, you can see right in the post area, when you post something, you can click live video. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and click this live video tab, click it, and it's going to by default think that you want to live stream from like a camera directly plugged into your computer. Now, if you've got a computer and a PTZOptics camera, you could do that using a frame grabber or a USB, but we're going to use the RTMP streaming. So here's the RTMP stream, and this is the information that we're going to put into our camera in order to stream to our Facebook group. So this is our Facebook group. It could be our public Facebook page. I can actually even change where I'm sending this. I can change it to
On your personal timeline.
An event, a different page that I might be a manager of. But I'm going to do the group, and I'm just going to say, hi guys. Here is our live stream directly from the RTMP of the camera. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into the camera. Now this is a static IP address. So this is 192.168.1.61. Yours may be
I
different.
think I'm starting to memorize that.
Yeah, that's our.
You've
that's
had that
one
memorized.
we need to know and memorize, but everyone's may be different. That's a static IP address that we have for our camera. You're going to need that. We have other tutorials on how to get into that, but that's how you access the camera. And by default, the password is admin. Once you've typed the IP address into any normal web browser, you go ahead and hit login, and I'm just going to save that. And we just go down to, we have a live video preview. We can actually go in and change some of the settings on the camera. So the very first stream, we can actually stream two streams, one HD stream and one SD stream. So we could send a secondary stream for various different reasons. But we can see here, we can do H.264 or H.265, which is less bandwidth for higher quality. But because Facebook's suggesting H.264, we'll stick with that. We can change our bit rate, our frame rate, all of this stuff. And now we'll just go ahead into network. And so this is where the RTMP settings, we're going to go ahead and check audio and video, and we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And what we do is we just paste the Facebook, oh, here it is here, this information right here.
Is this a one-time deal? You don't have to do this every time.
Well, you would need to do it every time.
You would?
So you would need to go in here with your server URL and your stream key every time it changes. So for YouTube, for example, you can get a static stream for your channel, and you could always use that one again and again.
I'm picturing it for that, definitely.
It would be really nice for that. So we've turned it on. Now we're going to go ahead down here and hit apply. And just to make sure I have the right camera, I'm going to move it a little. Yep, that's it. And now that I've done it, I'm going to go into System, and I'm going to hit Reboot. Because once you reboot the camera, it does a little dance. It kind of reboots up and down a little bit. And then once it's completely rebooted, the startup dance, if you will, once we've got that done, then we can go ahead and it's going to start streaming. So we go over to our Facebook user group here, and now that it's streaming, it's just going to take a second. But it'll say here, see it's this preview, fetching video stream, and just give it a second. And once that, it takes maybe 30, 45 seconds, it'll lock into that video stream, and it will give us a preview. And just coming up here.
Which camera is it pulling from?
This is this camera right over here. So really quickly, just so I can switch over here, and I still have pan tilt zoom control of it. So I'm going to zoom it over just a hair, so we can see ourselves. Over to here.
Click camera. It's not.
No, it should be that. Why am I not seeing a preview? Let's just take a look at this really quickly.
The connection. There you go.
It's on. Video, audio. Oh, what the heck? It's receiving something.
Can we see the video feed coming from that camera here? The video portion?
Let's see. I'll pull it up here and just give it a
Just
look.
to make sure that the camera's
Yeah,
working?
that's a good point. Maybe that'd be kind of odd if it wasn't, though.
Live problem solving.
Let's see here.
Oh, interesting. D. Jeckler says that we need an anti-reflective filter on your set monitor on wall. Didn't know that existed because we already realized that we were getting a reflection from our white table. But it's good to know that there is a filter it looks like we can put over the monitor. We have to get that.
Let's try this again. I'm not sure why that didn't work because the video from the camera is definitely coming through. So we'll try that one more time. Not sure why didn't work that time, but we'll go ahead and do this one more time. So hit live video, and each time we hit live video, it generates a new key. Right, so we'll hit connect to get our new key, and we'll go back into the camera. It should work. I just tested it earlier today. New key.
But we weren't streaming earlier today.
Well,
We're doing 2 other streams right now.
We have 2 simultaneous streams. I hope that's not affecting it.
Can you not stream to your Facebook page and your Facebook user group at the same time?
Somebody said click on start on the Facebook page.
Oh.
Well, that was go live, but it should. It normally gives you a preview at least.
PTZ Cam musical. Said that.
All right. Let's see. Let's go back to it real quick and double check to make sure that's the right key.
Has anybody ever tried
Yes, it is.
streaming to their Facebook page and their user group at the same time?
All right. I'm gonna hit. Oh, look. All right. Oh, it should be right. Okay. It's gonna reboot. The camera reboots really quickly, and then it should start streaming. And we did see it go from this screen to preview.
To preview. It was
so
trying.
maybe we should just hit the go live button and then it should
It won't
go.
let you at least until it goes to
Okay,
preview.
so I'll say, here is a little test from our PTZOptics camera.
Here we go.
Directly streaming from RTMP. All right, there we go. It's fetching. There we go. Not sure what was going on there on the first time. Always get it. At least we didn't take 3 times.
Live
So-
problem solving. It's almost a segment of our show.
We'll hit go live. Now, one of the things we can keep in mind here is that, and Michael, you can go ahead and grab control of this. So this, you still have full pan, tilt, and zoom control of this. So we can see here that we're pulling it in and out, audio and video streaming, and we were using that Rode mic with a PTZOptics camera. So this is pretty nice. No need to have any video production software. Now this is very basic. It's just a stream from the camera. We've been streaming for 26 seconds there, but you can see the quality is just as good as you'd see as the camera plugged in. So it's pretty interesting. So comment if you're in the PTZOptics user group and tell us what you think of the quality. We're here live. That completes the segment. 14 minutes. That means we can save the rest of the show for questions and answer, and of course show off the new set and everything. So let's
check this
do
out.
Q&A, and then does that sound good?
Yeah, totally.
All right, so we'll run the outro, we'll do Q&A, and we'll get back to action. And we're back. So that completes our Facebook Live streaming tutorial.
Definitely a little bump in the road there, but it was just a matter of refreshing and rebooting, as it so often is with live streaming and technology. Rudy is commenting on the stream in the user group, and be sure to head to the user group, facebook.com/group/PTZOpticsPals, to tune in to our secondary stream to test for and with us Rudy said the quality is very good. We are live now. Yuta says, mic is not from your mic.
What?
Does it sound like I'm being picked up by Paul's mic?
Is your mic on?
Yeah, I would have known. No.
So we've got 9 people watching here. Oh, exactly. So I think what Yuta's mentioning is that the audio on this stream here coming into Facebook is coming from the Rode mic. So that Rode mic, it's not even pointing at us.
Great point, Yuta.
Very good point. It's not even pointing the right way.
We
I'm moving over
described
a little.
how there is the line in on
But-
the back of the PTZOptics camera, so you can pull audio directly into the camera and feed it to Facebook or YouTube via that. And we were using a Rode mic to do so, and Yuta reminded us.
So-
Steve says, any plans to do ease in, ease out, zoom, and pan? You can with the HD joystick.
Oh, the ease in, ease out.
Or you can set your IP joystick to slow zoom.
Yeah,
Is that what he's talking about?
You can set your, I think what he's talking about is presets, specific presets. And it did prompt a thought, which was the ability to have transitions in between cameras that are that are kind of pre-triggered. But I think that the ease in and ease out, I haven't heard any plans for that, to be completely honest. What is coming is each preset itself.
The audio is really low to the user group feed, of course.
Yeah, that
Looks good, but the audio is low. So that's not an ideal microphone situation.
Yeah, so the ideal situation, let's talk about that for this camera. So let's say you've got the camera, you've put all the RTMP information onto it, it's ready to stream to your scheduled event on YouTube or Facebook, right? And you can only schedule YouTube events out like 7 days. You can't do much more.
I've never extended it farther, I don't know.
YouTube, you can schedule out like months in advance. So depending on how much time in transit, you're going to get all that information to the event. But there's a line in, and that's line level, not mic level. So once you plug in the line level input to your camera, that could be from a mixer, right? That has all the signals mixed properly, all the audio just right. Plug it into here, and you're good to go. So I will go ahead and finish this stream since we've kind of done our proof of concept there.
Oh, but it's such a beautiful image.
Oh, it zoomed into you as a bit. But yeah,
Jason
that's
said to Tess get her glasses covered as a work expense. There's no tape today. I switched to electrical tape.
that's
So
just
there's
to
still
electrical tape.
I just switched to electrical. It's more inconspicuous. Paul said that, the duct tape on the glasses thing was just really cheap looking.
Yeah, it was throwing us off on our corporate videos.
There's also Gorilla Glue involved in this situation. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. Howard, you're hearing audio on our Facebook stream, I hope. Maybe the user group was low. George says Paul is so cool under pressure.
Thank you, George. Yes, it's funny how when you've got it all. I mean, I've tested this before too, and it's like, oh, not working. Oh, let's do this
Right,
again.
when you're live, of course, that's when it's like, yeah, it's not going to work this time.
So we refreshed it, rebooted the camera, and it worked.
I feel like we're used to,
I
stuff
was almost like-
hitting the fan
Yeah,
at
I
this
was
point.
like, of course it's not going to work the very first time on our live show. It worked for me the first time this morning. So you do be aware that you may have to refresh the browser once or twice. Probably, hopefully just never, but maybe once. You might have to refresh the browser.
Tennis
or-
2020 says, I was just told NDI won't work in VMix multi-quarter. Do you know anything about that?
Multi-quarter? Oh,
Yeah.
the multi-quarter.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I was told that the VMix multi-quarter only works with camera inputs and NDI inputs.
Interesting.
So I've got VMix up right here. Let's test it, because that's what we're here to do, live testing. Mike, you can feel free to share this, or we've got it right here. But basically, if you hit the
We're gonna try testing it?
multi-quarter,
We just got a comment about multi-quarter in our cameras earlier
and
today.
look, boom, the only input that I can select
This is exactly
an
the
NDI
question
camera.
that Dewey, who just set up in his garage,
Mm-hmm.
said, how come he only sees one of his cameras when he pulls up the multi-quarter? Seeing the exact same thing as you're seeing.
He may be pulling them in as RTSP feeds and
He is.
not. Yeah. So RTSP feeds do not show up in the multi-quarter, and I know a little trick.
I'm going to
to
send
fix that,
Dewey
by
to
the
this
way.
stream.
And by the way, Michael, you got to put
If
Tessa's
you're not
face
watching,
in here.
Dewey, if you are,
See
say
that?
hi.
Are you looking at look at where Tessa's face in this bubble here?
Yes.
See, it's just that's in the multi-view.
Okay, let's
We got to
see
give.
here.
We're giving Michael a little live
D.
learning too. but
Jeckler says, and
in
get
the
AR
multi-view, one
coding
of the
on your new
cameras is supposed
glasses,
to be on
T.
test.
What's AR coding? Is that like the same filter for the computer screen? Because if it exists, freaking tell me, because I need it.
So for Dewey, what I can tell him, there is a secret. So if you're pulling in a camera via RTSP, which is, I'll do that right now. I'll show you guys a little secret. It's not the ideal way, but it can be done. So if you're pulling in all your cameras via RTSP, because maybe you don't want to pay for a NDI license, which will be available very soon, what you can do, and Martin told me this, but probably might not even want anyone to know about this. But yeah, so that's not going to, the way you're doing it, that's not going to work. You have to do it in the multi-view.
We'll have to worry about it
Click
next
the input and,
show.
yeah, we'll talk about that next show. But, because there's remember there's a virtual camera and a regular camera? Oh, getting closer.
Oh, Dewey is tennis 2020. Hey, Dewey. We're
So,
talking directly to you right now.
One of the things
And
you can do,
we didn't even
Dewey,
know it.
is so basically what you can do is, so this camera is RTSP, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But if we overlay it on top of an NDI feed or a camera feed, by the way.
My pillow's messed up.
So for example, oh no, I forgot, that doesn't work. He told me that didn't work. No, the multi-quarter, because multi-quarter only records clean feeds. I forgot about that. So it does have to be either a camera or an NDI feed for the VMix multi-quarter.
So why would Dewey not be seeing his...
Because he's pulling them in via RTSP, and that doesn't work with the multi-quarter.
Okay, so they have to be
A camera or
just
NDI,
direct
yeah.
camera inputs.
Yep.
All right, Dewey, hopefully that helped you.
Okay, so that is that one. What else do we have here?
More conversation about this. Somebody, I forget who it said earlier, said that they like your haircut.
Oh, thank
Paul
you.
got a little makeover, which is fun. Let's see. Chad says, I'm using NDI right now, and they are seeing a visible in select list.
Yes, they should be visible in the list.
Okay.
So that's good.
So what do you guys think about the new space? What has been your favorite set yet? What's
Now,
your favorite
I
set
have
yet?
to say that tomorrow we are going to be doing the World Studio Tour, and we were supposed to have Gene Greenwood from Farting Puppies, but I think he might have he was a little too close to the Christmas fire.
Yes, with his puppies.
With his too many puppies too close to the fire, because he can't make it. So it's last minute. We're still looking for somebody to come on the show if they want to do a studio tour. But if we can't find anybody, we're just going to do a studio tour here.
Yeah, we have, shown you guys 3 new sets. Now, the first set that we've showed with the director's chairs, that's not actually complete yet. That's going to be similar to our old set with a table in front of us and shelves behind us. So that's set 1. We showed you the living room style set that we were in the front of our building today. And we are showing you, of course, this set with the table, the D-shaped table we call it, and the TV. I want to get a little bit of feedback. Which set has been your favorite so far? Leave me a chat in the comments on that.
Thomas is asking about he likes the director chairs. I do too, and we spent like $1,000 on a bar height table, so it better be good. But I'm sure it will be.
A lot of pressure there. Steve Payne says, when will the NDI? We agreed on everything.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. I totally agree. I'm just saying. Are you still using the same tally lights from Martin Lopez? Yes, the tally lights are being used right now. I guess we could take you guys on a little mobile tour if you want. We're supposed to be doing that tomorrow.
Tapac, you can buy our
Tune in
cameras
tomorrow.
at PTZOptics.com and find the where to buy location. You can also call us or email sales@PTZOptics.com, and we will connect you with your local reseller. Excuse me. Want to make sure we answer that question, obviously. Are we still using the same tally lights? You just covered that, right?
Yes, we are still using the same.
Last we
tally
heard
lights.
on the NDI firmware, we ordered 3 upgrades, was early December. It's early December, Paul.
It is, and I really think that we are going to hit the early December mark personally. I really do. It's early December, is it really? No, it's still November.
Okay, we have one more day. Dan from Italy, hello. Happier with us live. QV Live Streaming
Hi.
likes the setup. Yay. Unrelated. Didn't you get any pricing from your trusses for your lighting?
Yeah, we mentioned having trusses would have been nice. I am actually against having trusses in this studio. And the reason why is because we have drywall and we can easily put the cables in the wall. So we'll be talking about that a little bit tomorrow in our studio tour. Trussing takes up space in the studio. I know it is very nice to have. It's expensive, but it might actually be less expensive than the labor it costs to run all the cables
we're in
through the
a
wall.
tight space and we're coming close to our budget, which everybody has a budget. We got to stick to it. So we're trying to make do with
So
what
our
we have
labor
available.
is free, and where Tessa's standing right now, that would be like a truss.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we don't want to lose that. Even that 1 square foot, we don't want to lose.
Yeah, and it would distract, I think. It might look cool. I don't know. Jean
Yeah.
is watching. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
Will multi-recorder work if fed through VLC?
That is actually that's the workaround I was looking for. Yes, that is the workaround I was looking for. I think that would be a great workaround. So the next episode on Back to Basics that I'd like to do is going to be using OBS, Open Broadcast Software, with RTSP into our camera. So I think that would be a great show. And OBS also accepts NDI in and out. So if we bring RTSP into OBS, Open Broadcaster Software, completely free, we can send the video back out via NDI, and if you really wanted to, pull it into VMix with your multicorder. That being said, VLC, which he's mentioning, and I'm going to try to include that in the next show, VLC is a free way to run multicorders because you can actually pull in multiple RTSP streams into VLC, and then all you have to do is record directly from there.
Okay. John says only hours left before it's December.
Ceiling
Alrighty.
trussing would be a much better option with Thomas. I agree. And that might be the solution for the lighting because we've got a bunch of, as you just saw in that last shot, a lot of lights on the ground. And we're trying to get rid of these. This is the main, taking up so much of our space.
Yeah.
Here and here.
Dan asks PTZ
Here.
over Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's a good question. So we did a episode about that. So not just PTZ, but also video. You can definitely pan, tilt, and zoom cameras over Wi-Fi. The way that would work is you would have I'm trying to think about this. How that would work. Basically, the camera would have to be
I'm
plugged
curious,
into
too.
a wireless access point that has a built-in switch. Hopefully that's not too much. So there are wireless access points. I've got one. I can go grab it. That actually have a switch built in. I can go grab one. I've got one over on the table over there.
Sure.
I
Want
wanna
to show an
grab it.
example so we
I'll
can
grab it.
give everybody in the chat a name or a company that they could maybe look into that for. So yeah, let me know what your favorite set is so far. Jerome says, I like this setup, though. Martin says the pre-show looks good, too. No spin today. KM Video Productions. We're just doing Monday giveaways and Friday giveaways. Can't give stuff away every day of the week, unfortunately.
Okay.
D. Jeckler says, looks like low ceiling bars, simple 2-inch galvanized, make great hanging points for lights.
Yes, that is
Definitely
something I'd
down
like
for
to look into,
suggestions
as long
because
as
we're
not
looking for a solution.
taking up the floor space that we have because we're very small on floor space, but that would be nice. This here is a wireless access point that has a built-in switch. So you can see here it's got 4 Ethernet ports and then 1 for internet. It actually is a router as well. I can't believe these things. It's a DHCP router. It's got a switch. And it's a wireless access point. So this is really nice, this type of product. This is a 10100 switch, so it's a little old, but a gigabit, they have gigabit versions of these, are so nice for mobile video production. Because imagine if you've got, by the way, this is a Cisco, so this side? Oh, this camera?
No, you're good.
So it's a Cisco Linksys E1550.
Ooh, it's December in Guam.
And it's December in Guam. That's funny. And he needs to learn more about OBS. So next week, tune in. We're going to be all about OBS next week. But if you had a gigabit one of these, imagine how, and if it was PoE too, I'm not sure if these come in PoE. But this gives you Wi-Fi access to your router. So this is how I set up the VidSummit stream actually. And it has DHCP. When you're doing a mobile live stream and you've got 4 or 5 cameras, you need to have a DHCP router in order to issue IP addresses to each camera and be able to control them over Wi-Fi. Once you've got this plugged into your mobile system, it recognizes all of the cameras. Now, if you've already got static IP addresses assigned to the cameras and you know what they are, you don't need a DHCP router, but we normally suggest one. And never connect a DHCP router to another DHC router, because that you cannot do. You can only have one per switch. No, I've just been told, and I never messed that up. But anyway, imagine you've got 4 cameras plugged into this. You've got Wi-Fi in it, right? So this has got 4 cameras into it. It's got your computer plugged into it. It's got Wi-Fi. My phone's not here. I left it up front. You've got your smartphone, and your smartphone is logged into the Wi-Fi of this. Each device has its own IP address. You plug it into your smartphone, and you've got wireless control.
There you have it. Mark says, I use the Netgear extender with an Ethernet output on the tripod of the PTZ camera. It connects to a Netgear router being used only as an access point.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's exactly what we use this for a lot of times. So that's exactly the way I would use it as well. Good. Yep, Mark. Mark is doing exactly what we do. You can get all the hardware at Lowe's, he says, and it wouldn't be that expensive. We do want to get these lights off the floor. I will tell you, it's true.
Tripping hazard, and I'm clumsy.
Yeah, we want to get all the tripping hazards out of here. We want this studio to look good. We want to get rid of all the hardware and all the mounts and all the things.
We can have one
that aren't
junk
conducive.
shelf over there.
Well, so we're allowed to have one junk shelf.
At least it's orange for Stream Geeks.
And the one thing that we don't have, which we had in our old studio, is we want to have a camera up above.
Yes,
And
especially for this desk.
For this desk, so we can shoot down.
And show you what we're talking about.
Also, if it's above, it also has the ability to shoot back at the other cameras,
Yes,
which is an interesting
something
thing
you could have just used over there.
And we
with the
always
Rode
said
mic.
we were going to give Mike a producer cam.
I want one. Yeah, and that could be used as a producer game too. If we have
Yeah.
presets, he could do presets
He
straight
could
down.
go right
preset
down to
over
him.
there.
I also kind of thought that it would be cool to give Mike one like right behind him, so he could just like turn to them. And be like,
Everybody could always see what he's doing.
so I was thinking like right there, and
Hey, Anders.
and that
Thanks
we
for
could install
joining.
ourselves. And just plop it right there. So yeah, and so we're not going to do much of a studio tour today because it's probably going to be the subject of tomorrow's show.
Yes, Martin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras functioning right
4
now in our
cameras.
studio.
Yep. 4
2
cameras.
Z cams, 2 20X SDIs.
So
That's about
they're
that.
pretty well color matched. We've got pretty good lighting.
Yeah.
Everything can definitely be
I'm
improved.
very happy.
Hopefully the audio sounds good. I turned on a noise gate because there's a little bit of noise with wireless mics. We were getting like crystal clear audio with our mics plugged directly into a Focusrite, but we don't like to be tied down and directly connected to something. We want to be able to move,
Yeah, we're done
And-
with being tied down. We want to move around.
do a little
We wanna
dance,
do,
be
yeah.
able to move here, move there, jump over there. I just went and grabbed a piece of equipment so that I could show it to you guys. So
Jason says, "What
that
did I
kind of
miss?"
stuff.
Not much. Jason.
not much. No,
We just gave everybody in the chat a free camera while you were gone.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Let's start a riot.
I know. I will start a riot in the chat.
So maybe we could do the post show up front.
Sure. Let's head back up front.
Let's head back up front. Mike, you're going to have to add a delay to the audio. We'll do the post show in the front, so I think that'll be fun.
Why don't we try and play a clip so that they can't see any sort of transition? It's just we're here, and when they see us again, we're there.
A stinger? Mike,
No, like maybe play the
Mike,
outro
use
again.
the stinger just for the hell of
Play
it.
the
though.
outro again. We'll never be able to get a
We do have a new stinger.
Alright, appointed camera go. Sting me!
Sting me!
sting me.
That's our new stinger.
Wait,
We'll see
that's
you
not
guys in a
nearly
moment.
enough time for us
No,
to get
I know,
up front.
I know it's not. I know it's not. Now, we gotta take our headsets out, right?
Yes, yes. Take my headset out.
There's got to be like an antenna that we can use for this thing or something.
Yeah. I don't know, Paul.
we need to
might
put
a
we're gonna put a
secondary-
camera in here to show the walk from
I
to and from.
know. We need that. Let's switch chairs now.
Okay. I'll be on this side. Put the Shure antenna right there.
I'll be on this side.